Hey, how's it going, guys? This is your boy Hazzed, and today I got a request to do the Windwalker 7.0.3 guide. So I basically got a level 100 Windwalker monk here and got his talent set up, and I'm going to basically give you guys the rundown on talents, rotation, and a couple little setup things. So anyways, guys, let's go over this. Now, this is definitely going to be more generated towards a PvP guide than PvE. Now, the level 15 talent I'm going to be using is Eye of the Tiger, which applies basically nature damage to the enemy and healing you, the monk, for over 8 seconds, which is going to give you a bit more damage and, of course, give you a bit of healing. Alright, so the level 30 talent that I'm using is Clarity, which is going to reduce the cooldown of roll by 5 seconds and increase its maximum number of charges by 1. I like to use that for mobility, getting away from targets, getting to targets makes it a lot easier. Level 45 talent I like to use is Power Strikes. Now, there's a reason we're using Power Strikes at level 45. I mean, just for extra chi for more rotation, because you really do need that chi for regular rotation on a monk at level 100. It is pretty nice. Level 60, I like using leg sweep. Now, why are we using leg sweep? Mainly because Fists of Fury does not stun until you get honor talents later on. So basically, you take leg sweep, which is a 5-second stun, to set up for your Fists of Fury, which is cast over 3.3 seconds, 5-second stun. It takes a second for global cooldown to roll around to do it. And of course, you throw off your Fists of Fury, and you have just enough time to do that. It's going to lay into like that kind of monk burst that's coming up. You'll see soon. Alright, so the level 75 talent I'm going to be using is Healing Elixir. Healing Elixir is pretty OP for a monk when it comes to PvP. A lot of self-healing, a lot of self-survival, really good for just staying alive, of course, battlegrounds, arena, things like that. As for the level 90 talent, I'm going to be using Hit Combo. Now, basically, each successive attack that triggers combo strikes in a row grants 2% increased damage, stacking up to 8 times. Now, I've got it up to 8 times a few times, and then I bursted with it, and I've got to say, it deals quite a bit of damage if you can get up there, if you want to line that up and kind of wait for it. Otherwise, you can just actually blow off cooldowns without it and deal quite a bit of damage still. So, I mean, I like using it. I also like using the Tiger. The Tiger's fun. But all in all, I think hit combo is going to make you do more damage, probably PvE and PvP, in my opinion. Alright, so level 100 talent, we like to use Serenity. Now, Serenity is going to replace Storm, Earth, and Fire, which is basically where you duplicate yourself and run out on different targets. I like using this because it's going to make you a lot stronger. It's going to make your burst a lot stronger. And of course, when you throw everything together with this ability, chain everything, you got quite an insane CC/damaging rotation. Especially on the Legion Beta, when you have the artifact talent, you're able to throw that in with everything. It literally becomes almost like a global. So, alright, so what we're going to do with this, we're going to go ahead and jump into the rotation side of things here. As for macros, I don't really use macros. There's probably a few good ones you can set up on Monk for defensive and stuff, but I don't have anything set up because, I mean, I just mob around on this guy on the beta. I may level up my one on live, but who knows? Who knows? Alright, guys, so let's start off on this rotation. Actually, we use these ones over here. I'll hit them slightly less harder than those ones. Okay, so what we're gonna do, it's just a simple rotation, really. You're using Tiger Palm to get up your chi, of course, and then from there you use Blackout or Rising Sun Kick whenever you can, and then from there on you just use Blackout Kick. If there's multiple targets, you can go ahead and use 3 chi into Spinning Crane Kick for some AoE. But other than that, you just basically do this rotation over and over again. You got Blackout Kick, you use it. I mean, you got Rising Sun Kick, you use it. After that, you go to Blackout Kicks. Basically, you're trying to get up your either stacks of hit combos if you want to save up for burst, or if you just want to go in for some major damage. You can, again, of course, go for some burst. Now, bursting is going to be when you have Serenity up, like I said. Generally, I like to start stacking up to max chi before I burst. I usually come out hard with a Rising Sun Kick. I'll throw out burst, Rising Sun Kick, going for Touch of Death, going for leg sweep, and go right into Fists of Fury during that stun. And as soon as you come out Fists of Fury, Rising Sun Kick again, and go straight into Blackout Kicks, there's Touch of Death proccing, and that's going to be some insane burst on a monk in PvP. That's going to imply some insane damage. And of course, from there, whenever you have your Fists of Fury or anything like that, go ahead and throw that out. Now again, the higher you have your hit combos, the more damage you're going to deal with that burst, with all those bursts. Now, should you use Touch of Karma within your burst if you're being focused? Why the heck not? Or if you're fighting classes that have quite a bit of AoE slash Affliction Warlock, I mean, you could if you wanted to, but I'd have to say it's probably better off being used for defensive right now since survivability is really low for a lot of classes. But then again, since you're a Windwalker Monk and you really do have some of the best mobility out of just about any classes, they are pretty insane, I'd have to say. Just the simple fact that they can, roll away LOS. And then they have, the endless healing over here that just kind of regens itself over and over again. And of course, you can use your healing elixirs at times when you need it even more. And of course, you can paralysis and other things kite out and have a lot of fun. Now, I'd say right now, monks are still pretty strong. They have quite a bit of survivability. They can deal a pretty good amount of damage. And if you burst correctly, they have quite an insane burst with, quite a bit of CC. So I'd have to say monks are pretty enjoyable, and they definitely get a lot more fun once you get the artifact talent, since that artifact talent basically is like an AoE in front of the target. It's kind of like Fist of Fury, but it only goes off once and deals a ton of damage, just enhancing that little combo you saw there for burst. I'd have to say overall the rotation right now is not very exciting, but because it looks like there's a small amount of buttons. But I have to say the overall rotation is really fun because you have very minimal to no downtime when you're playing a Windwalker Monk at the moment. Now it even gets even less downtime once you hit level cap, of course, which will be 110 in Legion. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little guide video for Windwalker Monk. You guys requested it, so I thought I'd make it for you. So go ahead and leave a like if you enjoyed this video. And of course, until next time, this was your boy Hazzed.